Hello again. This is part 3 of this little rant and a little bit of educational stuff about the tax system in West Virginia, mainly property tax liens and buying tax liens. I'm not really explaining a whole lot here, but I'm just like I said, leave me some questions. I'll do my best to answer what I can. Every year, since I've been doing this, I've noticed one pattern is that my books get thicker and thicker every year with delinquent tax property listings every year. Listen, it's just one county. Try doing this in 55 counties. I tried. I've almost died tired young, but I'm a little tired now. Anyways, every year these books get bigger. McDowell County's book, I haven't been to their sale in 2 years because I just couldn't go through that many back tax property listings by myself. I mean, hundreds, thousands, I don't know. That book's this thick right now. I'll dig it out. Like I said, as I keep putting stuff up on here, I will try to do my best to explain what I do. Basically, why I really want to be saying this is because I'm really just concerned for the way how teachers get paid. Teachers get paid by property tax in West Virginia. Like I said in the previous video, 85% of property tax goes to teachers' salaries. And it's just built on a broken system. It's built on the backs. This is how you're enslaved people. It's that simple. We make it more complex than what it is. We don't need chains to put people in slaves, make people slaves anymore. Slavery doesn't know a gender. It does not know a color these days. It only knows you on paper. Why I know this? Because I'm usually the guy carrying your paper. Like I said in the previous video, I'm not proud of what I do anymore. There was a time I did find some enjoyment in this line of work. And it is work. Believe that. Spent a lot of time in hotels, a lot of time on roads, a lot of time hunting properties down, man. I mean, see how many hollers you go down into McDowell County right there looking for a back tax property. See how brave you are going up in some of them places. Tax liens in West Virginia, I think, are a problem. The main reason is that I see an aging population here going and leaving us with nothing, and all this stuff just sits on this list. There's stuff in Raleigh County on their back tax list that goes back to the 1930s. When this system was first put in place, there's property in this county right now that you could buy for $10 through the no bid section on the auditor's website. You know, I could detail you how to look up the information right there if you ask me in the comments section. Like I said, teachers have to get paid a different way. I can't stress this enough. I can't. Unless we bring renewable energy to West Virginia, we're not. We're gonna fail. And soon, you know. Be glad it'd be me come knocking on your doorstep with that yellow envelope than some of the people that I've worked around. There's a lot more people that don't have a heart that will take your house and boot you right out on the street that day right there. But I usually been the guy that tried to get people their houses back. But I have to get paid something to do what I do. I can't, as much as I would like to, for every deed I buy, and I wished I could, believe that, for every deed I've ever taken from somebody, I would love to give it back. But if I give every property back, I don't know. This is how I survive. This is what's so messed up about the whole situation in itself. I'm stealing your property. That's what I do. I legally steal your property from the state. And how do you tell people what you do for a living? How do I tell people? It doesn't even sound cool when I go on a date. I steal people's property. You try to explain what you do to somebody, huh? Oh man. I remember growing up, And I went to several schools, and I had a lot of teachers that were a lot of influence on me. And this is when I learned where their paycheck come from, why I thought about some people that really influenced me. And I like to mention a couple of them because I know none of them have no clue how much of a great influence and what they've taught me and what they are. But this is the reason why I want to fix this, is because of these great people to me and who they were. And I know I'm going to forget some, but I'm going to name a few right off the rip. Mrs. Wilson, when I was in 6th grade, she lives in Quietdale up there. I do believe it's in Harrison County. She has a little farm out there. She took us all out there one day as a little field trip to her home and taught us how to use a loom, how to make yarn. Some pretty cool old-fashioned stuff that lady knew. I don't know if she's still alive. I hope she is. It's been long. Like I said, I'm 38 years old, and we're talking about 6th grade. And another teacher, Mr. Proudfoot, my 7th grade shop teacher. I learned how to build solar cars in 7th grade. And this is what... How can I be learning how to build a solar car in 7th grade when they quit teaching that stuff out after I quit doing it? I built that car and got 3rd place my first year, and I think second the second year that I'd done it. Mr. Proudfoot opened my eyes to renewable energy. He taught me something, really something that stayed with me the rest of my days, and I thank you for that, sir. The next one would have to be Mr. Bruner, my junior and senior year. This man was a history teacher, but he didn't teach history to me. What he taught for 2 years at Grafton High School, I don't think's ever been taught in any high school ever, and it's never been taught since. But he taught a fly tying class for 2 years, and I was privileged enough to take this class for 2 years, and I learned how to tie flies. We went on a fishing trip. We learned about fish and real things. I mean, this guy taught us how to, what we call match the hatch, man. Try to find out what the fish are feeding on, man, so we can find what fly to use. Taught us nature. The man taught me something that's given me peace many times. Many times, and I'm grateful. Mr. Haynes, the art teacher, I slept through your class, man, but you are an awesome teacher. You really are. I slept every day, and that man just gave me a beat to keep me going, and he had my brothers and sisters after me, and he just shook his head every year. But he is a really great man. Please know that I love all my teachers. These are just the ones that kind of stand out in my head, that every day I have a part of that in me. So, and it's you all is the reason why I feel this has to be fixed. I'm afraid for the upcoming teachers that they're my age is teaching our kids now, man, and none of them even know where their paychecks come from. Property taxes is a failed system. It really is. It's been set up that the biggest population, which is the boomers and baby boomers, are the ones paying the taxes, where I'm an X, brother's a Y, and we got millennials after that. We're not going to get anything. Nothing. It's not. Let's just give you an example, man. Like I said, half the property gets down channeled, right? Half of it doesn't. You lose half of that money in revenue. Tax revenue gone. Within 5 or 10 years, half the property tax revenue would disappear because there's nobody there to pay for it. You want to know how you're made a slave? This is how you're a slave on paper. I'm trying to set myself free from all this stuff. I want to be self-sufficient. I want a real life. I want to be able to pursue that American dream. Instead, I'm on strike. I'm on strike till the system gets fixed. I can't fix none of this, and I have to be on strike until something crashes, because order always comes out of chaos. It does. It's a sad fact proven through history. My state is overrun with dope. We have an attorney general, Patrick Morrissey, who a lot of us call the king dope dealer of West Virginia, because just know this, man, that man's not even from West Virginia. He's our state attorney general who lives in New Jersey, who doesn't even have a house here as far as I know. As much as I'd love to go take a trip to Jersey because I love to go throw trash on your lawn. That man's poisoned half my friends that I've grown up with. I mean, you don't want me naming names of how many people that I could sit here and think of that overdosed and died over my years, my little bit of years of life on this thing. And a lot of my friends that didn't make it because of this epidemic that was put on us by an attorney general who's a lawyer for a pharmaceutical company, and his wife lobbies for that pharmaceutical company. What you're doing is not illegal, I don't think, but it walks a very fine line of unethical, and you're killing good people. We're down enough in this state as it is. Our system's fucked up, and I know where it's broke. I just don't know how to fix it. I've said this 100 times probably in these videos already. I need help with it. I need help with a lot of things, really, but it's just this business has to be done a different way. Taxes have to be come through renewable energy in West Virginia. I have been inside to almost every courthouse, somebody in at least the 20-something counties I've been in that I know that I could walk into and deal with business and personally in these places that agree. They just don't know how to fix it either, and like seems like a lot of us are just waiting on this big crash. I don't know what the hell. Like I graduated college in 2008, into 2008. Yeah, December. The housing market crashed that year. This is what happened. You know, sometimes I'll snag one of these properties from an actual bank who foreclosed on it and didn't pay the taxes on it. 2 years ago in Pendleton County, a complete windmill operation went up for back taxes. I found it on the books. Like, I look up everything on this thing. I said, I just fell into this rabbit hole. I'm not sure what to do with it now. All I know is that I really don't want to do this anymore. I want to change something. I want to fix something if I can, but I know I can't do it by myself. I just know where it's broke. I'm an idiot. If I could figure this out, anyone can. I should have never be the one sitting there making this video. You know, I should be getting a check for being stupid. But things happen for a reason, and I know what I know. And what I know scares me, and I would like to see renewable energy being the backbone of our education system and everything, because I'm not just somebody that does this. I also want to build this. I have the knowledge and the capability to put all this together. I don't know. There's nothing new here. I'll be right back.